So, okay. Me and my wife, we used to run a roleplay guild in WoW, on a roleplay server. We were called the Umbral Vigil. And basically, what the Umbral Vigil was a chaotic good witch coven in Duskwood. And I played a character called Cassandra, and my wife played a character called who everyone called Oku. And it was pretty interesting. We got into all kinds of adventures, like one of the earliest ones, I think even the first one, was when me and Gwen we met up with a doll, a night elf death knight doll type thing, and she was really spooky. Had a faint touch to her with the cold touch. And yeah, that was interesting. And we ended up getting loads of people because we there was an add-on called Total Roleplay 3, and if you had the extended version, which is free also, you can make items in game, like make a custom item, and other people with the add-on can trade the item. So we made these leaflets to advertise our coven because we wanted to help in the community of Duskwood, obviously, because, well, Cassandra's from Duskwood, you see. Before Duskwood was cursed, Duskwood's over the river there. Before Duskwood was cursed, it was a place called Brightwood. It was southern Elwyn Forest, and now, because of the Scythe of Elune landing there about 20 years ago in game, Duskwood became a completely haunted forest. Like, it's your regular, you know, ooga booga skeleton popped out type shit. Like, done really well. And we had another guy. He was an elven vampire, and he was called Kyrian. We were calling him Cream, and it annoyed him. It was hilarious. And he ended up getting, like, IC groomed by a blood mage, basically. It's pretty fucked up. And we ended up I think I know what's happened. There we go. That should be better. But anyway. So we ended up having this blood mage in the guild and a vampire join at the same time, and they basically became the villains of the first main arc for the Vigil. And we spent a whole bunch of time figuring out who this witch was and everything, because the blood witch was also playing like other characters to progress her story too. Sure, I'll lower it a bit more. So, yeah. We had to try and find suitable feeding grounds for the vampire, for the elf vampire Cream, and we ended up basically I don't know if I can talk about this, but anyway, I don't care. So anyway, Oku was doing experiments on Worgen because the Worgen were just causing problems anyway, and Cream was being given the Worgens who he experimented on to be fed. He fed off the Worgens instead of off of innocent people, and the Worgens are like werewolves. They used to be people, so this is like, you know, it's a chaotic good witch coven. You know, like weird stuff happens. But he ended up being turned into like this. That's a bit scary. Well, yeah, I mean, Duskwood was the place you went to if you went for horror RP, and we were trying to provide a horror experience with a the Umbral Vigil in Duskwood, a proper horror experience, not just like, oh no, spooky guys in really heavy armor are more powerful than you. You must tremble now. Slash emo, I tremble, you know, like... Yeah, we get it. Death Knights are scary, and also, there's not that many of them, so... Anyway. In the second arc, the grove opened back up. There's a grove in the middle of Duskwood, which is like a druid grove. It's a very beautiful, bountiful place. Kind of like where the Night Elf and Tauren druids have used their powers to nullify the effects of the Scythe of Elune I was talking about in the earlier portion. So we ended up becoming friends with some of the Night Elves after much issue because we were turned away because we were void, and you know, we were void touched, and our, you know, people from Duskwood are shady, so you can't exactly trust them always. But eventually we gained favour with the druids, and we had a druid join our guild. Her name was Eris, and she was a worgen, but she wasn't one of the ones we were going to feed us on. Eris was like, okay, we're going to see where this goes because she seems pretty cool. She was not a Tauren, she was a worgen, and she had a pet spider, and she was a spider druid. She looked after the spider grove that was in Duskwood in character. So basically what happened here is that we ended up using the spiders from the grove for poison that we ended up trading with a woman in the city called Bellatrix. She ran a bar, and we used the venom to trade for all sorts of things, and I ended up picking up a gun off of Bellatrix actually that I used to... I almost shot Kyriem's head off in Act 1 with a gun, and then I failed and my arm broke, which was pretty funny. But anyway, in Act 2 Bellatrix just gave us, you know, money and extra favour with her, you know, for the poisons. And eventually this Eris character, she is a bit, I don't know how to say, awkward. She's a very awkward character, there we go, let's say that. And there was lots of tension always with her. And we all had these stones, so okay, let's go back to the beginning a second. We made these stones where me and my wife, in character, put parts of our souls in each of the stones. And we had this entity that would watch over the Vigil Void communication network, and each person was given a gem when they joined as a communication device and a kind of like a hello Frankie, I've never seen you before, but nice to see you. Anyway, so each person was given one of these void stones as a communication tool, a membership card basically of them being individual. So this Eris character, like, one day we were all talking about stuff and we're trying to talk about the poisons, and then Oku pets my wife's character. Oku pets the spider, and the spider just goes fucking crazy, and then Eris pops off, and suddenly she's able to channel like fucking scary looking weather storms and stuff, and she basically just tries to kill us all, like all 6 of us, and she is really powerful, so I don't know what else we could do. So she ended up running away and then throwing a stone away, and my characters, me and Oku, find it on the way to there. And then so she's throwing her stone away, because kind of like I'm not in this group anymore. And something about the Umbral Vigil is that, let's just say that the original founding member of the Umbral Vigil was extremely autistic. Okay? And like, that's one of my characters, by the way, so it's a self-burn. But basically, because they're witches, it's all symbolic, and when you throw your thing away, it's like, oh well, fuck you then, you know? What else are you gonna say? Like, you're not in here anymore? Okay, bye bye. Oh fuck, I'm getting owned. No, I'm gonna be alright though. So anyway, This Ares character can't come back into the Vigil because that's it. Once you leave, you leave. You can't come back once you've left. Even if you've repented and done the best stuff you can in the world, no one joins the Umbral Vigil once you leave. Unless, of course, it's like a, you know, oh, you gave your stone back, and it's kind of like a contractual leave, I guess. And then you can just do what you want forever, but like, you know, if you decidingly leave out of, it's obvious, it's an intent thing. So it's like, so we ended up talking to the main druid in the grove about this Ares druid, and we were like, look, this girl's a fucking nutbag, psycho, you know, like, she's gonna end up getting someone killed or killing someone herself. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking about roleplay in WoW. Just reminiscing on some stories. But we got this druid kicked out of her grove. It was pretty fucking cool because she was dangerous to society.